Hey, it's me, Sally, and it's day 2 of A Study of One. Wait, I gotta show you something. Does your life ever feel like that? Sally, and it's day 2 of Study of One. I mentioned some books yesterday that I'm going to be using for this Study of One, however long it takes. I'm giving myself at least 100 days. Maybe I need all 365. We'll see. So the one book that I didn't talk about much was this book by Marie Forleo. It's called Everything is Figureoutable. And I, last year, was the really grateful recipient of a scholarship to Marie Forleo's B School. Here's what happened. I got the scholarship, I kicked in, I went to the online forums, I did all the homework, and I discovered that what I was building wasn't quite cooked yet. I was missing some clarity on what I was trying to do. My ultimate goal was then and is still to create a retreat for creative people. All creative people, people with disabilities, people without, people to be able to go and collaborate. And like I said before, that my area is music and theater, and I'm very interested in people performing in front of a live audience because that to me is the essence of storytelling. I love storytellers and I'm a cheerleader for storytelling. Let's get to this book. I like to think of myself as a really confident person. And in this book by Marie Forleo, Everything is Figureoutable, there it is, I have notice there's an area where I get stopped. Whenever I get to the place where I want to monetize my creativity, I don't have any trouble sharing it. I get up in front of people and perform every week. As a singer, I don't have any trouble writing and sharing my work. My problem is in monetizing it because I haven't figured out how to assign value and how to ask for the value of my work. My musical duo partner and I have been working on that this week, and we reached out to a booking agent for the second time. The first booking agent kind of fell off the map, so this guy's, we'll see. I'll keep you updated. So here's what it says in Marie Forleo's book, Everything is Figureoutable, on page 46. It's one of the 3 books, if you remember me mentioning before, that I'm working on in this Study of One. Remember, Study of One is not about trying to be like everybody else. It's figuring out what works for you. So if you have a book, could be The Power of Myth or The Power of Now, or it could be a fiction book. I'm reading a Jane Austen book right now as well. I'm reading Emma. It's hard to get through, but I'm starting to understand why it's so popular. Okay, so here's the thing on page 46. She says, what negative or limiting beliefs have stopped you from figuring this out until now? What have you told yourself about you, your capabilities, others, the world, or reality that's prevented you from making this change once and for all? And it's under the section titled Insight to Action Challenge. So this is a challenge. I love Marie Forleo because she is in writing the way she is on our seminars. She is so real, and that's very encouraging because, you know, to look at her, she looks a little too perfect to be believed, but I think you could believe her. Insight to Action Challenge. What negative or limiting beliefs have stopped you from figuring out why you're not taking action? So I have a few, I think, and everybody does. So I invite you to look at your own negative or limiting beliefs. One thing about putting things up on the YouTube channel, and this is something that I struggle with. I'm an older woman. I'm 57. I'm not that old, but in my world of retired people, I'm actually young. But I am old for the internet. So I've got things like I have this chipped tooth that I am aware that shows up. Since yesterday I did the whole shoot up my nose. I have a scar that moves. I never realized that until I look at myself on video. A scar, this 32 stitches that I got when I was 4 years old, and it kind of moves around with my lip when I talk. It's really weird. So I have that. I have these veins that I've never had removed coming out of my nose. I have older skin. I'm not wearing any makeup. Maybe I'll start wearing makeup so you guys don't have to look at my blotchy skin. And I have one eye that's a little bit droopy. Okay, and I have this neck. Oh my gosh, this happens to us hate that. Look, I used to look like this. I don't look like that anymore. And honestly, I'm really okay with that. But having to look at it on YouTube is another thing. And there may be a comment or two where somebody says, yeah, you're right, you look old, or whatever they want to say. And you know what? So be it. We all get old, if we're lucky. So one of the things that I struggle with is aging. How do I deal with my aging and wanting to be in the spotlight? I'm a Leo. The other thing that I think is that I ramble. I'm working on that. One of the ways I do it is with editing, just like that. I'm so comfortable in my skin. I love my life. I feel like I have something to share. And I notice that some of the things that have fallen away over the time that I've been alive on the earth, which is you can accept everyone to be who they are. And that's one of the things that I think is my strength. I don't have to be like everyone. There's this thing that I listen to sometimes called Abraham Hicks. She's a channeler, Esther Hicks, and she channels this entity called Abraham. I don't want to have to describe it here. Look it up. It's all over YouTube. The thing that Abraham says that I really latched onto is this. Life is like a buffet. And there are so many things on the buffet table. And so many of us want to get rid of this thing or that thing on the buffet table. And that's just not the point of it. You choose what you want to eat, and then let everyone else choose what they want to eat. If you said to everyone, we only want to have the thing that everybody wants to eat on the buffet table, you're going to end up with some innocuous bowl of black olives or something. Something really inane that everybody thinks is pretty bland, but everybody's okay with it. I know there's somebody out there saying, I hate black olives. I would never have those on the buffet table. Whatever. If you had something on the buffet table like pudding, and that was all you had, you'd get pretty tired of pudding and be awfully disappointed in the buffet. So I'm saying, let people put herring on the buffet. Let people put pudding on the buffet. Let people put raisinets or broccoli or cauliflower or whatever. I think we all have to know that our choices are our own. We're not responsible for anybody else's choices, and we can't make anybody else choose anything. So, for me, the study of one is about looking at the areas where, A, I am stopping myself from making my own choices, and 2, I am afraid of the choices that are in front of me. Well, that should be interesting. I'll have to journal about that a little bit. So here's today's thought. What are choices that you struggle with? What are things that you know you want to do, or maybe that you think you should do but you're afraid of? What are those things that are in your way that keep you from moving forward? I invite you to look and see what those are and see if you can step over them, around them, through them. That's all for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. Hey, like, subscribe. That helps me to get bigger and better and make more of these. I can make longer videos if I have more time to do it, but until I start making a little dough off of this, I don't have that much time to work on it. In fact, I'm at my job right now.